I think. Terrible ways.
Oh, yeah. So some of you are explaining how to do this. So can you tell us? Dylan, how do we find the domain of this first? Factor it. How do I factor? And find domain, does it matter where the numerator is something special, the denominator is something special? Do we need to check both? Denominator only. What do we need, Cameron? What do we need to see? Like, what are we not allowed to divide by? We're not allowed to divide by 0. So when the bottom of this is 0 is when we have a problem. Because if it does equal 0, it's not allowed. Just straight up, that's a rule. If you want to check the calculators behind you, 5 divided by 0 doesn't work. So they're saying we need to factor this. You know how to factor it?
Yeah.
Okay, how's it factored?
I like guess what times what equals -35, and I got -5 and +6.
Okay, so did you hear what she said? She's like, I'm looking at the -35, and Natalie and Jean Gideon, can you put the laptops away? Thank you. She said, I need two numbers that multiply to be -35 and add to +2. So she knew 5 and 7, but it needed to add to be +2, so she knew the bigger number needed the plus, and then the smaller number. So where does this equal 0? Anywhere that these factors equal 0, we're going to have a problem. And we're going to need to throw these values out of the domain. So everything except, which way do I put those numbers in? Do I do 5 first and then -7? Lower number first. Got to kick out the -7, then -7, 5, and then 5 to infinity. So the domain is everything but those two numbers. I need you to be able to write it in interval notation. So, yes, Jean, get in.
Do we also have to do the notation that's similar to the ones where you're the numbers?
I want interval notation. So the Delta Math lets you do a couple different things, lets you choose. We want interval notation, which is this, which is all the numbers, and then you got to cut out slices. Cameron?
So we don't put anything.
Right now, no, because domain is what x values are you allowed to pick, and no matter what's going on up top, we are not allowed to let the bottom be 0. Where we're going to, there might be a 0 on the top at the same time, and that means something visually on a graph that we're going to get to, but we're not there yet. Joaquin, what do I do with the bottom one? So I'm not allowed to divide by 0. Is that denominator, could it ever be 0? No? Spencer, what do you think? Is there a time when that could be 0? Yes? Which is when?
0, because you can like 0 times 0 equals 0.
Okay, so when, and square root of 0 is still 0. So when is that stuff underneath the little 0? Add 7x to both sides, divide by 7. If x equals -2, that's going to be 0. All right, I need to throw that out. Are there any other numbers that are a problem? John?
I think like -1 all the way to.
Okay, so he's saying we can't do square roots of negatives either. All right, so I'm going to modify this thing. So I want the stuff underneath to be positive, or look for the negatives. Okay, I'll look for the negatives. Do you guys agree that numbers less than 0 are negatives. Okay, so I'm going to change the symbol. Not only do I need to throw out zeros, but anywhere that's going to make a negative. So everything equal to -2 and bigger. So if I put in, Ella, what's a number bigger than -2? 1. So if I put in 1, do I get the square root of something negative down there? So I need to throw that out, which is what this says. These numbers are bad. So I want everything, sorry, the other direction. From -infinity to -2, round brackets, yes.
So, since you're doing round brackets, -2 isn't included, so for those green signs in the middle, there wouldn't be that, like, equals thing under it, because it can't equal 0?
Okay, so for these, it's kind of a, you gotta choose which way you're gonna go. And I'm looking for the bad numbers, which includes the equal 0. But just think about it. So I need to throw out where it is 0, because we're dividing by that.
Oh,
If this was upside down, square root of 0 on the top is fine. Tim, what were you gonna say?
Oh, she answered.
Okay.
I got some too.
Leanne?
I was wondering why there isn't a hard bracket around -2.
Okay, when I plug in -2, -14 minus 7 times -2, what does that equal?
0.
0. Am I allowed to have a 0 down there and do something divided by 0? No. So that's why if it equals -2, I get to divide by 0. I'm not allowed to divide by 0, so that's just going to be, it's a round bracket. Can't plug in the -2.
So like, when would you use a hard bracket? Do you have an example?
When would you use a hard bracket? If my question was this, am I allowed to do the square root of the negative? No. So am I allowed to do the square root of 0? Yes. So let's find when this is 0. So 3 is okay. Which direction do I go? Do I want numbers bigger than 3 or less than 3? Well, if I go to 4, 4 minus 3 is 1, square root of 1, that's okay. If I go to 0, if I go the other direction, 0 minus 3 is -3, that's bad. So that's a square bracket. Yes?
Would, say that question would be on the quiz, would you take either one, like, -2 is less than?
So I would take either solution method, but this is the only correct answer for this problem, round bracket, not square. Okay. All right. So we need to move on to something else. We will keep hitting on domain. If you guys need more practice with it, you can check over the delta math and do more of that. Which tonight's homework is the other side of the worksheet. So can you guys take the worksheet out? And there's also a small delta math. Problem? No? So, last year you guys did do something like this in Algebra 2, even and odd? No? Yeah? You guys are shaking your head, yes, those of you who are present. So this graph, is this thing even, odd, or neither? What are you looking for to tell? Those of you who said you remember this from Algebra 2. Yeah. It's even, yes. Why is it even?
Because both of the directions around are pointing in the same direction.
Okay. Is there another way to describe it? Yeah.
You can flip it over the y-axis and it's this way.
So if we go to the y-axis, it's got to be the y-axis, not any straight line, but the y-axis. If this side folds over and lands exactly on the other side, that's even. Okay. Is that true? Is that true about this one? If I fold it over the y-axis, is it even? No? Okay. What is it? Neither? How can you tell if something's odd, Charles?
If you flip it over, like you flip it upside down and it mirrors itself.
Okay, so if you turn it upside down and it mirrors itself. So if we spin around the origin, so if I turn it around the origin, this was up here, okay. If I spin it around the origin, do I see exactly the same thing? No. This y-intercept was a positive, now it's a negative. So this, neither symmetry, neither one works. Not even, it's not odd. What about this one? Okay, someone just said it's odd. So looking at it, when I turn it upside down, do I see exactly the same thing? Yes. All right. So one of the things you need to be able to do is recognize it graphically. So in your notes somewhere, graphically, it's even if it folds over the y-axis. Graphically, it's odd, as Charles said, if it spins around the origin. And as I said yesterday, the easy way to check, pick up your paper, put your pencil on the origin, turn it upside down, and see, is the y-intercept in the same place? Are the wiggles in the same spot when I turn it upside down? And if it doesn't have either one of those, we say it's neither. So graphically is easy. It's the algebraic part that's hard. And the algebraic part is what's on the quiz, it's on the district assessment, it's going to be on your test. Okay. So on the sheet that you have, algebraically, if like f of 2 has the same value of f of negative 2, that means this guy's y value is exactly that guy's y value. That's what it means to fold over. So if algebraically it's even if f of negative x equals f of x. And it's odd if this is true. Like if f of 2 was 3, f of negative 2 is going to be negative 3. Yes, Tim?
Does negative f of x mean that everything in the equation is multiplied by negative 1?
Okay. I'll show you exactly what I mean by this check. So on the back of the worksheet, the very first one, A, we're gonna check to see if this is even or odd. So here's the process that I wanna see. So if you guys could take that worksheet out and we're gonna do this one together. First thing we're gonna check, both of those tests for even and odd had f of negative x. So I am going to find f of negative x. So everywhere that x was, I'm going to take x out and go negative x. So instead of x squared, it's negative x in parentheses squared. Allie, what is negative x times negative x?
Positive.
Positive x squared, right? So there's my f of negative x. Boaz, from the problem itself, what's the very first thing that we started with? What is f of x itself? In what is written? X squared minus 5. So Ashley, is my original question equal to the f of negative x? Is it exactly the same? Do we have x squared minus 5? There you go. That's the test. I plugged in negative x and I got what I started with. So that's an even function. Proof. Done. Do you guys know what the 3 dots are? Did I talk about that already? No one knows what the 3 dots mean? It means, therefore, this is true, or I have, this is a logical conclusion. So because we did this check, I can say it's even. Okay. So on your own, can you guys find, for part B, do that same first test. Put in negative x for x. Be careful with the negative signs. What do you get? Charles, wake up. Yes.
So you're making negative, like you're making f negative x here, so you make this negative 2. But you
No,
make
the
this
negative 5 was negative all on its own. The only thing I'm doing is getting rid of x and putting the new stuff in.
like this, like only in the parentheses. Oh, okay. I see. Which
So when you just put,
Do you want to have multiply by the exponent, so x times x plus x?
But it's negative x
Yeah.
times negative x times negative x.
So it's still so it's not
Well, 3x to the third.
negative x.
I think I agree that it's not even. You know what we're doing? Okay. I'm seeing some issues with,
Wait, Ms. Pascal, why do you multiply it by the exponent, but then leave the exponent
Okay.
on top?
okay, let's see what this would be. First of all, some people are like not happy with plugging things in. Checking yesterday, just a second, Cameron. Just yesterday, you guys were okay with doing things like, well, how do you find f of 1 if f of x is x squared minus 5? Well, I would do 1 squared minus 5 and I would get negative 4. What would f of a become? Tim?
A squared minus 5.
A squared minus 5. Okay, so f of stuff in this case is negative x. F of stuff is stuff squared minus 5. Question here, all right, g of stuff is 5 times stuff cubed minus stuff. Yeah? In this case, the stuff that I'm plugging in is negative x. Okay, this, negative x to the third. Beckham, what is negative x times negative x times negative x? To the,
To the third.
to the third. There's an odd number of negatives, so it's gonna still stay negative. These first two combine to become a plus, but there was still one hanging out to be negative. So this is negative x cubed. Any, yeah? Subtracting a negative x. Anybody tell me what that is?
Adding X.
So the negative and the subtract becomes a plus. So overall, g of negative x and all of this, 5 times negative x cubed. Can I push the negative out front and push the numbers together? So I get negative 5 x cubed plus x. Whew. Lucia, is there a question?
No, I was at the last step there.
You're
Right, like we're like, I was trying to see how to.
step 2 or step 3?
No, step 3.
Step 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so step 3. 5 times negative x cubed? Like, what's 5 times negative 2? It's not a subtraction. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. So I just pulled the negative side out front.
Oh, no, yeah, no, I didn't have a question about it. I was at that.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay, so Fakir, this is g of x. Is it exactly what g of negative x is? This is a positive 5x cubed, this is a negative 5x cubed. So are they the same? Okay. So here's what I'm going to say. That thing I just found isn't what I wanted, isn't the g of x in the first place. So g of negative x didn't equal my original g of x, so it's not odd. Or sorry, not even, so sorry. All right, well, looking at the notes at the top, what has to be true if it's odd?
Negative x has to equal negative x.
Negative g of x has to equal the opposite of this. Oh, come on. So I'm going to find this thing next. Negative g of x is negative parentheses all of this stuff. So Jean Gideon, how do I distribute the negative to all the things inside?
You just multiply them and go by each.
Okay, what do I get?
So we just get negative 5x squared, or 5x cubed minus, or plus x.
Okay,
So then equals, so then you would say negative g of x does equal negative g of x.
so Samara, is that true? Does this thing, negative g of x, does it equal g of negative x? I have negative 5x cubed plus x, negative 5x cubed plus x, are they exactly the same? Okay, so what we're going to say is this does equal that, the 3 dots to be fancy. Therefore, the function is odd. This is the formal test that I want to see that you guys can do. Cameron?
If it's not, like, how would you know if it's
We'll do one of those right now.
Wait, how, you have the answer of like the even and odd solving. How did you get to knowing that it's
That one
odd?
doesn't equal,
Okay.
negative g of x doesn't equal that one.
So,
It's not even, it's neither. Yeah. Well, neither's only if they both don't, they're not even or it's not, but it's not even and not odd, it's not, it's even.
okay, so, right. So if it fails the first test and the second test, then it's not one of those. So the check that we are doing in these, it's that tiny little print right there. If this is true, f of negative x equals the original function, it's even. Checking here, g of negative x did not equal the original function, so it's not even. But doing the opposite of the original function, these guys were the same. These guys were the same. So in that case, this one they're odd. Okay, let's try part C. It's on the front. What was the first test that we should always do, Nate?
If,
They both need that checked. So how about we check that one?
so yeah, you plug in negative x squared, plus negative, or plus 4 times negative x.
Okay, h of stuff is stuff squared plus 4 times stuff. Noah, what is negative x times negative x? What is x times x? Okay, x times x, what is x times x? X squared. And a negative times a negative? Positive, so negative x times negative x is positive x squared. Okay. Ella, 4 times negative x?
Negative 4.
Uh-huh. Okay, so h of negative x, does that equal my original function? I have x squared, this has plus 4x, that has negative 4x, so it's not equal, so what does that mean? What can we conclude, Spencer? That it's not even. Therefore, not even. Okay, so, Arden, what do I need to check to see, well, maybe it's odd? I need to do that piece. So how do I do that? I need the opposite of the original function, so I need to do the opposite of that. So when I distribute the negative, what do I get? Right? I get negative x squared minus 4x. So, Kevin, sit up, please. So Jasper, does h of negative x, so my first check, does that equal my second check? I have x squared minus 4x here, negative x squared minus 4x. Are they not the same? So Cameron, what do I do? I got that it's not even, it's not odd, so what do we conclude? Neither. Dylan?
Once you like plug in the negative x and you get x squared plus 4 times negative x, do you even need to like continue factoring? Or can you already see like that's
I didn't
needed?
factor,
Or
but
you have to continue like simplifying the equation? Because you can already tell when it's x squared plus 4 times negative x that it's not
so
even or odd.
you mean this here, that negative's gonna ruin everything?
No, I don't think that's how I wrote it, but it's like,
So
Do you have to
Dylan,
keep
for what I
writing
need
down?
to see, I need to see it failed this test, and I need you to tell me it's not even. It failed this test, and I need you to tell me that it's gonna be neither then. Like, I need to see these steps. I need to see that you understand, and you're showing the algebra, not just having an understanding of probably geometry. You probably know what it looks like. So I need more than that.
okay.
Okay, you guys try D, compare with your partners. How are you doing the test?
Jasper. Like McDonald.
First thing you wanna do is that, put in negative x wherever x was.
Yeah.
But you didn't. So Kevin, what you're starting with,
Equals -2, parentheses, negative x 3, plus, parentheses, plus 4, parentheses, negative x.
okay,
So now you do -2,
what is negative x times negative x times negative x?
negative x 3.
But there's three.
Okay, I agree with you.
Now you do,
This and
minus x, minus 4x.
Okay.
Now you do,
What happens here?
they combine,
Uh-huh,
because they combine.
negative 2 times negative x squared, what is that?
Negative 2x squared,
Negative times a negative becomes,
positive.
so it's positive 2x cubed. Does anything change with this, or do I just copy it down?
Just copy it.
So does j of negative x,
Yeah, it's not that complicated.
do they equal each other?
No,
So what do I know?
they're not even.
Yep. Sorry? Okay. Guys, so, is it okay to just take a single number like 1 and plug it in and check? No, because I can make lots of things have that true for that one spot and not be true anywhere else. So, for these checks, I need them, as an x, not a specific number. So Naomi, I got that it's not even. What is the next thing I need to test?
The second part is banana.
Is doing the opposite of the whole thing. So I need to do negative distributed to the whole thing. What happens when I distribute that negative?
You multiply.
And when I distribute the negative to here, so then, Noah, does j of negative x equal negative j of x? Here's that one, and here's this one. Do they equal each other? Exactly? So 2x cubed minus 4x, 2x cubed minus 4x. So what does that mean? That it's odd. All right? Painful? Yes. Okay. Well, good times that there's, lots more waiting for you. Okay. Can you guys do the others that are on the page? I'll come around and check, make sure you're doing things right.
So it says so I thought I was kind of like
The first test. What you just did here. And you got this, and that's not the same. Negative signs,
And is that the same as?
Yours looks better. Like I'm small.
Like it's.
Why is not It's from here, and you see over it. So all of it. You do F. Okay. So you're.
I mean, it's physical concept.
Right.
Watch that video, I feel like it's
Oh, yeah. You get not even.
I need to see the kind of shapes that like
It's orangey. Yeah, I get not even. Oh,
I spelled out.
It's not even. No, it's just not even hard.
like it makes it more useful.
Is this true? Is 2 over negative 3 the same as negative 2 over 3?
Yeah.
No? What do you think? They are all equal. Yes? Okay, let me hand back your quiz, actually. Someone else is out?
Would you get on your name? I don't know. All I know is it's wrong. Well, you know what I mean? As soon as I find out, she can burn me. I don't even want to roll with At least you got more than one right. Right? Yeah, definitely. Basically, it was that is about wavered the 50% rule. What? You got wavered the 50%. I don't know. You got like below 50%. No, wait, oh yeah. Right? Right? You know what that means? So really you got 7.4%.
Okay, so getting back to the quiz from Monday. Quiz corrections. If you got a B or lower, it's up for you, or sorry, a C or lower. It's up for you to figure out what that score is. Got a C or lower, you need to do corrections. They are due in 2 days, which today is Thursday, and you reminded me. They're due Monday.
Look at it.
It's so crazy that we're not.
Oh my god.
Okay, you have to do quiz corrections if you messed up the quiz, whether you read it or not. You have to do this like that, a set C or lower.
No, trust me, you can be surprised.
No, genuinely, I can't sit here. No,
Like, I swear, I just then, wait, for example, the expert, I got like a 0.
Okay, that was 2 points, Leah. That was 2 points. What about the one that was 2 points?
Was that the correct? No, so the one up here.
Wait, I wasn't actually. Oh, yeah, it was. So honestly, I guess. Listen, guys.
I guess. I looked it up first, and so it's not starting my I don't know.
Yeah, Mr.
Like, she literally said, don't, like, no.
Don't take that.
Yeah. Because she was talking about how, like, it's very important that you take it before you go to college.
Okay, girl, shut up.
I'm
Can you grab 8?
Bro, I just be misreading the graph.
Yeah, my grades are so. Oh, you know what? Same thing. Because I did it wrong.
Oh, that, yes, but it was only, I had heard Drew was over and I started thinking about, Drew.
Oh, hell.
I was like, there's a song.
Everything's okay. When is the ball gonna be here? I caught myself. When is 3?
Oh my gosh, I'm not getting
So bad.
Oh, that's so bad.
So, but if I said white was 3 or.
We can go to also like an after school,
So
like
this is gonna be a problem with
Mr. Zero like does
This one,
tutoring after school.
everybody's
We could go
okay.
together if you want.
except that guy.
I'm not free this week.
Except the one spot where that guy's gonna be violating the laws.
Wait, is there anyone who's getting half credit if I do it tonight?
But you didn't do it, and
I
then
tried.
we just went over everything, and the answers are posted.
I will, okay, it's fine.
I think I have to go with college. And I just need to know when.
So it's not a long thing, so if you, like, I'm hoping you find it easy. Because some people, it's like, you'll look at it and you see it, are you coming from this way or this way? So if you want to do it at lunch today,